My Daughter's Keeper presents Alone Against the Static, a solo Call of Cthulhu adventure by B.W. Holland. Episode 2, Taken to the Woodshed. It's time to keep walking. You refocus your mind and head determinedly down the trail, further down the Black Hills and deeper into the forest. It's a pleasant enough hike. Sunlight filters through the pine branches and casts upward dancing shadows all about you in the cool morning air. After half an hour or so, you feel nature calling and step behind a tree to pee. You are fumbling with your clothes when you spot something. Ahead, off the trail, nestled in a narrow valley, is a dilapidated woodshed. Do you want to investigate the shed, or do you want to ignore the shed?
I'm gonna go investigate. You never know. Maybe the shed could be bad. Oh well. You never know. It could be snacks. We need new ones.
Yes, we need new snacks.
We need new ones.
Okay. 56 it is then. You step through the small clearing to where the shed leans lopsided against a rocky, moss-ridden mountain wall. It's not large, maybe half the size of Mark and Julie's cabin. It's made entirely of wood. A rotting piece of pine serves as a makeshift door that's only just still hanging from the frame. The place looks like nobody's been here in years. You step closer to the shed and put your hand out against the door. It swings in slowly and easily. The shed is dark inside. You see the faint, shadowy blotches of furniture hidden in the gloom. Now, unfortunately, we did tick the nyctophobe, so you are scared of the dark. Which makes you nervous to go ahead. Which means we are, unfortunately, forced to move on to the next point, which is stage 80. It's dark in there. Really dark. If your partner were here, you know they'd make fun of you for being a little scared of the dark. What of it, though? What's wrong with that? So you're sometimes scared of the dark. Well, this little shed is dark. So you don't want to go inside. Is that really so bad? Let's have a sanity roll.
Alright, please be low, like last time, please. 47.
That's a pass. 47 on a 50.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
You steel yourself and gaze resolutely at the foreboding shed. So what? It's dark inside. But outside, it's bright as hell and so small. You'll never be more than 2 steps from the doorway. Are you going to go into the shed, or are you going to go back on your hike?
I'm going to go back on my hike.
You're going to be really boring about this one as well, aren't you?
How it just happened a couple of seconds ago, I didn't think it's worth it anymore.
Okay, that's fine. Right, so you're going to continue with the hike. Forget that. You've seen enough horror movies to steer well clear of that little abandoned shed found in the middle of the woods. You continue your hike for about half an hour, and then turn and head back home. You crest the rise that leads back to the cabin. The sun is high in the sky. It's late morning, soon to be afternoon. You sigh. There's no sign of the car, and therefore you're probably still without power or your partner, for now. You head inside. Everything is well lit by the late morning glow. You change out of your walking clothes and leave them on the bed and head into the shower. The water cascades into the waiting tub below, filling the room with the constant loud drizzle that was almost like white noise. The pressure is lousy without the power to the pump, but gravity does most of the work. Thank God the water heater is gas-powered. You wash your face and scrub clean the pores of your nose. You turn around in the shower to scrub your back. You pause. Just ahead, the door to the bathroom is wide open. You're certain you closed it. You shut off the shower and step out, grabbing a towel and wrapping it around you.
Honey, is that you?
You call out, but there's no reply. You stand in the empty cabin. Nothing. You're alone. This scenario is really evil. It's asking for another sanity roll.
say 0. 22.
Oh, well, that's a good pass.
Yeah.
That is good. Actually, 22 is a hard pass on your sanity, so well done on that one. Even though you're still warm for the shower, you shiver a little. You shove the anxiety down. The door probably swung open on its own. Seems like everything in this cabin is a little faulty. Time to get dressed. You stretch and roll your head around a few times to work the tired muscles, then head over to the bed and open your suitcase. You purse your lips and consider how you're feeling. You've got a choice. You can be practical and put on jeans and a t-shirt, or you can be comfortable and put on warm, soft track pants and a sweater. Which would you like to do?
I want to be comfortable.
Okay, in that case, you want to tick comfortable on the check sheet.
Yay!
Freshly dressed, you feel renewed. Now, what to do with the afternoon whilst you wait for your partner to return? Hopefully, they have a solution to the power problem. Oh, we've got a bit of a range of choices this time.
Okay.
Make some food. Search for flashlights and batteries so you have lights for when it gets dark. Or try to restore the power yourself.
I'll search for some batteries and lights.
That sounds like a safe move.
Yeah.
You know there was a heavy-duty flashlight in the car, but it's gone. What do you have here in the cabin? Right now, when the sun goes down, you'll be left in the dark. Let's have a spot hidden.
Okay, alright.
Which is not one of your better skills.
No, it's not. Sadly, it's not. Because if it was a good one, it would be better. Okay. 5, 0, maybe 0. 60.
Ooh,
65.
that is a fail.
Yeah. Didn't I
6.
get that last
Yeah, I think this is. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a 65 on a 35, so that is definitely a fail. But if you wanted to, you could push the roll. Have a look in that dark corner over there. Have a better look. You're scared of the dark at this point.
Yeah. I'll push it. Yeah.
Okay, re-roll then, and let's see what happens. Of course, you know that things could really happen badly if you fail to follow.
5. If it's 6, yeah, I'm gonna jump out the window. 5.
Oh.
5.
That's extreme.
5.
That's
Yes.
more like it.
Yes.
That's a succeeded pushed roll, which is exactly what you want because you never want to fail a pushed roll.
No.
In the cupboard beneath the sink, you find a little plastic container with a mini flashlight in it. You switch it on. It works, but the beam is weak. The batteries are probably dying. You look for spares in the pantry, the bathroom, and in the bedside tables. Eventually, your gaze settles on the TV cabinet. You cross the cabin to the television and perch on your knees in front of it. You open the cabinet and scan over the videotapes. You move some of them aside and look deeper into the cabinet. In the dark, right at the back, you find a blister pack of batteries. They must have been kept here for the remote control, but they fit the flashlight. Jackpot. You swap the batteries out and the beam becomes much stronger. Okay, you can now, on your check sheet, put fully charged. Right, you haven't, however, checked off well fed, because you only had a light breakfast of bacon and eggs, which you didn't even really bother with that much. You have a choice. Cook some food or be bored.
I'm gonna cook some food.
That makes sense. You head to the kitchenette. You're glad the fridge and stove are powered by gas. You cook up a meal and enjoy it alone at the little dining table. Now you can tick well fed.
Yay!
You haven't ticked survivalist yet, though, so that option's out. You have a choice to eat and enjoy the food, or to pick at the plate unenthusiastically and worry about your situation.
What about the situation?
You worry about the situation.
Yeah.
The woods are lonely, dark, and deep. You're here alone, in a cabin with no power, kidding yourself that everything will be fine. So long as the sun remains up, you're able to keep yourself fooled. But you know that with every passing minute, the sun is edging closer to the horizon line, racing to leave you in darkness. You want to make a note that we're on 107 a minute.
107.
Yeah, 107, yeah. Because we may have to come back to this. Okay, sanity roll time. Now, these have been fairly good so far, and you do have a 50-50 chance of succeeding at this, so let's see.
It doesn't really matter what I get, but 78?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is a fail. So you will lose 1 point of sanity. If you want to make a note of that, you're now down to 49.
Could be worse.
You can't think of anything else to do in the cabin, and restlessness is creeping in. For a while you lie on your back on the sofa and read an old beat-up paperback from a shelf in the corner. You think it's pretty good, but a little flowery and overwritten. Not to mention how grating prose written in the second person can be. Make a listen roll. Let's find out what's going on.
48.
Ooh, just a pass. That, yeah, just 2 points. Yeah, 2 points on a pass. That's good. You hear footsteps outside. They crunch on the gravel driveway. You sit up. You didn't hear a car approach. You stand up nervously and creep around the window. A balding middle-aged man is standing just outside the front door. He is dressed in a thick winter coat and has his hands in his pockets. You don't recognize him. He lifts his hand to the cabin door and knocks. Are you going to pretend that there's nobody here and wait for the stranger to leave, or answer the door?
I'm going to pretend that we're home and just wait until he leaves.
You wait for a few moments and then hear him step away from the door. You move to the window and look out. You see him leaving. He doesn't head down the driveway. He takes the trail that leads into the forest. The same trail you went walking on earlier.
Okay.
Do you follow the stranger? Or do you close the door and make sure it's locked?
Close the door and make sure it's locked.
That's a sensible thing to do, I agree. You need to make sure the cabin's safe. You check every lock you can find. You pull the door closed and lock it, sliding across the deadbolt to make doubly sure. Then you walk to the bathroom and check the window. It's latched shut too. The other windows in the cabin don't open, and there's just the one door in and out. It all seems safe. Right, on the check sheet you want to put lockdown. I can appreciate you feeling that. And seeing as you're in lockdown, you're going to be settling for the night. It's dark. Clouds cover the sky. The moon is hidden. You lay on top of the bed for a while, listening to the wind shaking the branches of the pines all around. Every few minutes, you think you hear your partner arriving back. Every time, you're wrong. When you walk around the cabin, you use the flashlight to guide your way. After a few hours, you make yourself a sandwich and eat it in the dark. While you chew, there is a knock on the door. It is a single knock. Suffocating silence follows it. Do you ignore the knock, or do you answer the door?
Can I look through the window?
See, that would be the sensible option, wouldn't it? Come on, people. I mean, give us a logical reason. But no, they've decided it's just a yes or no answer on this one. Do you answer the door, or do you ignore it?
Because if I ignore it, it could be him. But if it's not, it could be the man from earlier.
We just don't know, do we?
We don't know. I'm gonna take my chances, and I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna check it out.
Ooh.
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, yeah. Let's find out. You set the sandwich aside and swallow. You walk to the door, the flashlight guiding your way.
Hello?
You open the door. Darkness. The flashlight spreads a cone of dim light out into the night. The wind and the cold wash over you. Make a note that we're on 176. And then make me a sanity roll.
I took my chances and I regret it.
Ooh.
No.
That's 98. That was a sanity roll, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You're under 50 now, so that was a fumble. You lose 1 point of sanity. Funny enough, this doesn't actually give me an option for the fumble, because normally if you fumble a roll, you know something horrible happens.
Yeah.
You haven't done your lumberjack on the chick list, I remember that much.
Yeah.
Do you want to dismiss the noise as an accident of the wind, or wait a moment longer?
I'm dismiss the noise.
You close the door. You didn't realize how cold it was until the slight warmth of the cabin returns. You go back to the kitchen and sit dejectedly before what is left of your sandwich. Later, you follow the flashlight back to bed and get under the covers, rubbing your arms and legs to stay warm. Upon the cabinet at the foot of the bed, the television turns on. The power is back.
Okay. Don't you like that?
Mm.
In multiple. Because, Charlie's not back, and I haven't fixed it. Because that was one of my choices, but I just picked so they get light.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah,
We're
like
getting
that.
into serious horror territory now, aren't we?
Yeah, don't like that.
Do you want to start turning on the lights or inspect the television?
Inspect the television.
You hurry over to the television. You hit the power button. Nothing changes. The screen remains tuned to the VCR, displaying slightly illuminated black. It's quiet. The VCR is purring. The TV is dim. Right. Depending on your choices, you
Okay.
may return to this entry several times.
Yay.
Select an option you have not already chosen, which means you have a choice to either play the tape from last night or leave the TV alone.
I'm gonna leave the TV alone. I'm not trusting that TV.
You turn away from the television set and look over at the bed. You sit down, trying to avoid looking at it. You can hear it humming ever so softly. You can try to get some sleep, or step out onto the porch to look one last time for the return of your partner.
I'm gonna go outside just to check.
You follow your flashlight beam to the cabin door and open it. It's dark and cold outside. The wind drifts past the clearing in front of the cabin down the driveway to the road hidden by the forest. You shine the flashlight left and right. There's no sign of your partner. You are obviously being optimistic. If there were any cars out here, you'd hear them a mile out. Speaking of which, it's a listen roll.
Yay! Not like rolls anymore. 4, 0, 0, 20, 10, 70!
That's a pretty chunky fail, but it's not a fumble. You hear nothing. You see nothing. Your partner hasn't made it back. Hopefully they're held up somewhere and will arrive at some point during the night. Still, you can't help but fear the worst. You go back inside, close the door behind you. A half-second later, something slams into it. The collision is loud, the door shudders. You hear a roar of anger and the sound of fists beating against the wood. The wood frame begins to splinter. Somebody is screaming bloody murder and trying to get inside. Do you try to secure the door, grab something to defend yourself, or try and hide?
I want to grab something to defend myself.
You search around for something, anything, to defend yourself with. There's got to be something here that you can use. Your eyes snap between unpacked vegetables, abandoned videotapes, and neatly folded linen. Do a spot hidden.
So far, spot hidden has been rubbish.
So's your stat. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
Oh. How can there be nothing useful in this cabin to use as a weapon? You dash back and forth, but fail to lay your hands on anything remotely useful. You're out of time. The cabin door splinters open. A burly figure darts through and charges in your direction. In a panic, you drop the flashlight and it skids across the cabin floor. You drop and try to grab it, but you're too slow. In the darkness, you feel the stranger's hand grasp around you. His grip is like iron. You hear him grunting, sing-song, moaning, something like a demented elephant or horse. He's trying to drag you out of the cabin. Do you fight back, or do you succumb to him?
Fight back? That's a stupid question.
Yeah, good move. You struggle to break free of the stranger's grip. There's no way you're giving up without a fight. You lash out, kick, shout, and do everything you can to escape. Make me a fighting brawl roll.
Come on. 1. 21, please be good, please. Yes. Cause that's a
hard success.
Okay, great, yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
You thrash and heave. It takes a Herculean effort, but you eventually wedge yourself against the stranger and yank your body out of his grip. You scramble out of his reach. He snarls in frustration. The child will have you, he bellows. You will serve the child. You steady yourself and then look to see the stranger approaching you again, fists flailing. You also notice, with a start, that the two of you have managed to swap positions during the scuffle. You are now between him and the door. There's no way you're staying. You spin around and sprint away from the cabin, out into the woods. The stranger's howls of fury growing fainter as you vanish into the night. Okay, make a note that we're on 283. 83, yep. And unfortunately, you're going to have to take 1d4's worth of damage.
1.
Oh, that's all right then. You lose 1 point of health, which takes you down to 12. You dash out into the night, running as far and as fast as your body can manage. The cold air burns your lungs. The surrounding trees sound alien as they rustle, making you all the more terrified. Every few minutes, you emerge from the trees onto a section of dirt road. You keep praying that you'll see your partner's car arriving, but deep in your soul, you know it won't come. After almost an hour of mad flight, you come to a crossroads. You recognize it from the journey to the cabin. You're not sure which direction leads to the highway and which leads deeper into the woods. The forest feels inescapable. Thank you for joining us on this week's descent into tabletop mayhem. If you enjoyed the episode, or at least survived it, please take a moment to rate and review My Daughter's Keeper wherever you listen. It helps us summon more listeners from the void and keeps the dice gods appeased. If you want to get episodes early, hear bonus content too weird for public release, hang out in our community Discord, or even join us for special Patreon exclusive games, then head on over to patreon.com/My Daughter's Keeper and throw us a coin or two. Until then, we'll be back next week with more horror, hijinks, and probably some forgetting what dice to roll. Until then, stay weird, keep your snacks close, and whatever you do, don't split the party.